Afternoon from Pinehurst, North Carolina. For all you golfers out there, you know what Pinehurst is all about. A lot of history here. This resort was built in 1895. Lots of championship golf has been played here. Now, I don't play golf. I'm here for the Fleet Feet National Conference. This is my 13th year in a row to come. We have a new CEO, Joey Pointer. I've known Joey for 13 years. He brings a lot of excitement and energy to Fleet Feet. A lot of good things are coming to Fleet Feet, and we are going to do everything we can to make Fleet Feet your running store the best we can be to help keep America moving. We've got to keep moving. Now, speaking of history, I want to talk about the first time I ever ran a race and how that came about. It was 1979, and my dad had a friend, and he'd been telling me that I had been running. I'd come home from school each day, and I'd run 2.5 miles. That was my usual routine. I had never gone more than 2.5 miles. Well, this guy, Phil Phillips, came to the house, and he said, "Dink, there's a race this Saturday. I would like for you to come think about running it. It's a 10K. And I was like, "Well, how far is the 10K? He said, "It's 6.2 miles. And I was like, "I've never run more than 2.5 miles. He said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 13 years old. He said, "I think you would do well in your division. Your division is the 13 and under age group." So he said, "This is what you need to do. You need to go run your usual routes. And on Friday, I want you to rest for the race on Saturday." And I was like, "But it's 6 miles. I can't run 6 miles. He said, "Just trust me, you can do it." So that was May 1979. I was 13 years old. I went to the race that day. I had on my school shoes, my gym shorts. I wore the race t-shirt, and I lined up to the start that day. And even at 13 years old, I had enough sense to go out and pace myself. I can remember hitting the very first mile in 8 minutes exactly. When I wound up running that 10K that day in 48 minutes and 49 seconds, around 7:50 per mile average. I remember feeling really good, and I remember passing people along the way. I won my age group that day in the 13 and under, and that's all it took to get me motivated to start running, was winning that trophy. I had played all the sports, baseball, basketball, football, and everybody got the same trophy at the end of the year. And I thought to myself, I just went out and spent less than an hour running, and I got a trophy. Well, that motivated me as a 13-year-old to do my first race. There's lots of opportunity to run races. I want y'all to encourage people to get out and run races. You do not know what kind of influence that it's going to have on the rest of their life, especially kids. Get your kids out there, get them to a race, see how much fun they can have, how exciting it can be. They may do well in their age group. It may be just something that they can accomplish on their own as an individual, and set them up for a lifetime full of health and fitness, because that's what it's all about. We got to keep moving and have a great life. I'll see y'all next week. I'll be back in Huntsville, Alabama. Have a good day.